So let me tell you about Citi and what we're here to do today. With my last minute, I'm going to blow through the slides. We kind of pioneered the Bank Virtual Accelerator Program with Citi Mobile Challenge a couple of years ago. You can see up here some of our success stories. This year, we did something called Tech for Integrity, which was an open innovation initiative to try and bring transparency, accountability, and integrity to the public sector. It's a massive problem, as you can see. It was structured, I'm just blowing through, as a one part virtual accelerator with lots of curriculum, and then another part with deeper engagement and an opportunity to pitch at demo days. We didn't do it alone. Here's the distribution of all the incredible finalists we had. We're extremely pleased to have, and I want to thank you both for making the trip. Niall came from Dublin today, I think like this morning or late last night. James just came from DC for this. I'm so pleased to have these guys as part of our program, and thank you for coming here and represent. So without further ado, Niall, why don't you come up and tell them about AidTech?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to be in the Big Apple. Good afternoon, New York. Greatest city in the world after Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something shocking. So $4.4 trillion is lost every year because of fraud, corruption, and a lack of transparency. And this is something, believe it or not, that governments, NGOs, and charities have been unable to solve. But I am delighted to tell you, the great audience today here in the great city of New York, we are solving it right now with the help of Citi. So how did it all happen? A little bit of a story. Us Irish guys, we like to tell a story. I'll try and keep it brief. But my co-founder, he's a madman. His name is Joe. Joe ran a thing called the Marathon des Sables back in 2009, which is 151 miles through the Moroccan desert. He raised a significant sum of money, $122,000, believe it or not. He wasn't able to trace where the money went. That was a problem. He thought, how can we solve it? But what I want to tell you about the race too, and this sums up AidTech, is Joe collapsed on day 2 of the race from exhaustion, got a little bit of Gatorade, collapsed again on day 3, a little bit of Guinness, got him going, finished the race, rang up the guy who gave him the money, said, can you tell me where my money went? He didn't know. So we set about solving that. And how we solved it was, here you see Gabrielle Pictet. Gabrielle is from the International Federation of the Red Cross in Geneva. And Gabrielle is creating and issuing digital identities on our platform. And in a groundbreaking project in 2009, these same digital identities were used by Syrian refugees in the Akkar refugee camp in Lebanon to buy goods and products from a service in a completely transparent manner. And this was groundbreaking, the first time ever that international aid was delivered using blockchain technology. We've since moved on. We're now delivering welfare, remittances, and donation completely transparently with blockchain tech and digital identity. So what does it look like? Imagine you send a donation to somebody. They have the AidTech digital ID. They go to the point of sale. They scan the card. Up pops information about who they are, what they're entitled to. So if the person here, Aisha, wishes to purchase rice, she selects that payment method, enters the amount she wishes to purchase, and a permanent immutable record is stored on the blockchain for anybody, anywhere in the world to see. It has never been done before. And what it means is, with our solution, not only can you tell where your money has been spent, but also by whom, for what, and how much. So for the donor, for the Red Cross, for the recipient, it means that there's a completely traceable flow of information from start to finish. And it's not only us who thinks it's a big problem, and I'm delighted to say that my co-founder, Joe, just this week was announced as one of 10 people globally to be recognized by the United Nations as a Sustainable Development Goal pioneer. And it is a goal of the UN by the year 2030 to bring legal identity to everybody in the world. We're doing it right now. We're speeding up the SDGs by 13 years because there are 2.4 billion people living without a legal identity, and that is what we bring to them. Oh, and another unbelievable, fantastic company in a similar space. It's James from ID.me.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much to Finovate and Citi for the opportunity to speak here with all of you today. My name is James Pottinger, and I am from ID.me.
There you go.
Oh, perfect. All right. Sorry about that. ID.me is one of only 3 companies that are accredited by the federal government at the highest level possible for remote identity proofing and authentication. We do this through our identity gateway, which consists of our IDMe wallet, credential broker, and our attribute exchange. What we do is we combine our proprietary technology with best-in-breed vendors to be able to establish a network that is standardized, secure, and compliant. Why is this important? Well, it's because identity is in the news a lot, and it's usually not in the news in a good way. The situation we have today is that there is so much personal information out in the wild that it's impossible for us to put that toothpaste back in the tube. And that's why those trusted logins become more and more important as every day goes by. We all know that identity underpins almost all the transactions that take place in our lives. And we also know, and many of us in here, we use trusted logins on a daily basis, as do tons of other Americans and people across the globe. So the problem is one of portability. Our portable logins, Facebook, Google, they're not as trusted. And our trusted logins, our banking logins, our healthcare logins, our government logins, they are definitely not portable at this point. So right now, digital identity looks kind of like the payment space did decades ago, when you got a credit card that you could use in one store. Well, that's really what happens with our digital logins right now. So the shift to a network approach where an individual's login is able to be used across an entire network, much more important. I won't bore you with all the values of the network approach, but one that is near and dear to my heart is the amount of money it can save in support costs and the ability for it to improve your customer experience overall. Right now, IDMe's trusted credentials are able to be used at the federal government. They're also used in retail spaces, and they're used in a financial institution. What we've also got is through our mobile authentication platform, which is now FIDO certified, we've got the ability for a veteran today to log in and get their healthcare records at vets.gov with an NFC YubiKey and their phone. Boop. No passwords, no OTP text being sent to them, no challenge questions. As I mentioned, we're used across the economy in a variety of different sectors. And to finish, IDMe credentials are used right now by millions of people, whether it be through a retail purchase or whether it be to log in to get their healthcare records or do prescription refills. Thank you all so much for your time, and have a wonderful day.